So hopefully over the last 2 or 3 days, you've learned a lot about tone and mood and how tone and mood really impact the meaning and the setting of a story. So today, I'm going to model for you how to read a passage, pick out specific words in the passage that imply or give you a specific mood. And then we're going to fill out a chart on the tone and the mood, and then you will have some practice passages to work on. So the poem that we're going to read first is called Sarah Cynthia Sylvia Stout Would Not Take the Garbage Out. So listen for the tone and mood as I read. Sarah Cynthia Sylvia Stout would not take the garbage out. She'd scour the pots and scrape the pans, candy the yams and spice the hams. And though her daddy would scream and shout, she simply would not take the garbage out. And so it piled up to the ceilings, coffee grounds, potato peelings, brown bananas, rotten peas, chunks of sour cottage cheese. It filled the can, it covered the floor, it cracked the window and blocked the door, with bacon rinds and chicken bones, drippy ends of ice cream cones, prune pits, peach pits, orange peel, gloppy glumps of cold oatmeal, pizza crusts and withered greens, soggy beans and tangerines, crusts of black-burned buttered toast, gristly bits of beefy roasts. The garbage rolled on down the hall. It raised the roof, it broke the wall. Greasy napkins, cookie crumbs, globs of gooey bubble gum, cellophane from green bologna, rubbery, blubbery macaroni, peanut butter caked and dry, curdled milk and crusts of pie, moldy melons, dried up mustard, eggshells mixed with lemon custard, cold French fried and rancid meat, yellow lumps of cream of wheat. At last the garbage reached so high that it finally touched the sky, and all the neighbors moved away, and none of her friends would come to play. And finally Sarah Cynthia Stout said, "Okay, I'll take the garbage out." But then, of course, it was too late. The garbage reached across the state, from New York to the Golden Gate, and there, in the garbage she did hate, poor Sarah met an awful fate that I cannot now relate, because the hour is much too late. But children, remember Sarah Stout, and always take the garbage out. And that is a Shel Silverstein poem from 1974. You may be familiar with his poems, Where the Sidewalk Ends or The Light in the Attic. He has those poetry books, those anthologies really, that are full of poems that he has written. So let's think about the different types of descriptive words used here. Lots of descriptive words. So let's see if we can draw. Let's highlight some of these. So really, I'm thinking rotten peas, brown bananas, chunks of sour cottage cheese. Can you imagine soured cottage cheese? Kind of like soured milk. It's all lumpy and chunky. Ugh. Okay. They definitely use the wording here, the author, to help us to make us feel a certain way, right? Drippy ice cream cones, right? Gloppy, cold, soggy, and I'm just highlighting some: gristly, greasy, globs of gooey, bubblegum. Cellophane is plastic wrap, basically, okay? Green bologna. Can you imagine? It's so moldy, it's green. That's disgusting. And rubbery, blubbery macaroni. Ugh, yuck. Curdled milk. Moldy melons. Let's see. Rancid meat. That means like meat that's like so expired it smells really bad. lumps of cream of wheat, and yellow lumps at that. So these are all descriptive words that make us feel something, okay? So think about how those types of words make you feel: brown, rotten, chunks, drippy, gloppy, soggy, gristly, greasy, okay? So it definitely should make you feel a certain way. So this is then the chart that we're going to fill out, and you can see that the literary piece, or the actual text, the title is here: Sarah Sylvia Cynthia Stout would not take the garbage out. Then we're going to choose first the tone of the author. And they're only going to give us a certain amount of things to choose from. So these are our choices. These are our only choices for tone for these different passages: formal, informal, playful, serious, or sarcastic. So if you think about it, formal means like it's written formally. It means it's not not for like silliness, or it's very strictly written. Then we have playful, serious, sarcastic, and informal. So we're first going to look at those tones. So think about this. This was more written, I think it's a poem, right? It's meant for fun. So this is definitely playful. So let me think here. Let me draw. See if I can draw very neatly. Okay, let's going to write playful in here. Let's see if this works. Maybe not. It may not work for me. Playful. Yeah, playful. There. Okay, so I'm going to write playful in there. And remember, again, we are choosing from these 5 choices only for all of the passages. You are going to complete the chart on your own with the rest of the passages. Now, the mood created, those are those words that we highlighted. So let's think about those. What kind of mood, okay, what kind of mood are these types of words making us feel, okay? So honestly, I think it makes you feel half sick. It disgusts me, and I'm going to write that, it's disgusted is really how it makes me feel. Disgusted. I'm doing my best to write in here with my finger. There we go. All right, so disgusted. This is supposed to be a D. All right, so you get the idea. You are going to then take the rest of the passages. So all you have to do is scroll down. You have, this is an informational text here. Okay, number 2, The Fall of the Hindenburg. Number 3, The Courage That My Mother Had. This is a poem. And number 4 is another little tiny article called Animal Helmets. All right, so you can go ahead and read those. You can do this with a partner if you want to, call someone and do it together with them. That would be fine. Just please be safe. Again, you're going to complete the chart here. I don't care whether you draw or you type in those boxes. If you do it online, just make sure you submit it. And if you do it on paper, I will just collect it when you come back to class or check that it is completed, okay? So if you have any questions on this activity, just let me know. I'm going to go back here to the, okay, yeah, so this just says to read those passages. And this says work with your seat partner, which you guys cannot do, but you can call someone and work with them. So just remember to message me if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you soon.